What's going on, guys? This is Sean. I am back again, and in this video we are going to be working on Batman Beyond version 2.0, and here is a sneak preview of what the finished product is going to look like. I've already did a video on the helmet, and in this video we are going to be working on the torso. But before we get started, I want to introduce you to my newest employee. His first name is Dis, last name is Play. I guess we can call him Display, at least until we come up with a better name. I went and threw on some high-tech template making stuff and draft on a rough design of what I thought Batman Beyond is going to look like. It didn't end up looking like this, but at least it gave me a place to start. So let's go ahead and jump right into building this bad boy. I went ahead and cut out all my patterns onto some 8mm EVA foam that I picked up from TNT Cosplay Supply. I like using this thickness for the chest piece. I cut the bottom line of the larger chest piece and an inward angle cut. And then I made a straight cut all the way around on the center piece and the lower bottom piece. The upper line was cut in an outward angle. That way, when I glued everything together, it gave me a nice beveled chest piece. And then I cut the collarbone piece in an inward angle cut. That way, when I glued that piece on there, it beveled in just a little bit. And then once everything was all put together, it should look something like this. And then I'm going to go and repeat the process for the other side. I'm going to use the surface of my table to get this seam nice and smooth. And once I get all that one attached, then the lower piece, I'm basically going to carefully try to get all the seams lined up and nice and smooth, since I can't really use the surface of my table for this section since it's already beveled. And as for the collar piece, I did cut that with some 6mm EVA foam, so that way the foam can stagger just a little bit and bevel at the same time. I went and applied some heat and heat formed one of the chest piece so you can see the difference between the two, and as you can tell, it looks a whole lot better. Now that I got both sides heat formed, I'm gonna go ahead and attach both these pieces together carefully, aligning the seam line, making sure everything is nice and smooth. Notice how I always start my contact by attaching one corner first and then attaching the other corner, and then carefully making sure that the center pieces are nice and smooth. And then I went and made a V-groove undercut just about a ½ inch from the lower line of the chest piece. When I glue this together, it's going to give me a nice bevel look. And here is the Batman Beyond emblem. Duh. I wanted to give it an edgy design, so I went and cut it in two different thickness. The center piece was cut with a 3mm craft foam, and the outer part of the wing was cut with a 2mm craft foam. I wanted to give the emblem a really nice, cool, edgy look and have some lines going through it, and also have the foam kind of stagger in thickness. And some of y'all probably thinking, hey Sean, it's just cosplay, bro. Why are you putting too much detail into this? Well, why not, right? Here is the pattern for the abdominal piece. I wanted to create something that was a bit edgy and kind of resembled Batman Beyond from Batman Arkham Knight. But I also wanted to make it my own version, because that's how I cosplay, bruh. Notice how I cut the templates out, so that way I can trace one side, flip the pattern over, and then trace the other side. This helped my template stay in one piece better during the tracing process. And the material that I like to use for the abdominal piece is this polyester type fabric. It's like a sport outdoor material that I picked up from Walmart. It was like $5 a yard. And now that I have that piece cut out, I'm gonna go ahead and work on the abdominal piece. I've already cut it out in some 6mm EVA foam. After I cut out all my patterns, I went and cut all my inner patterns out. This will be some V-groove undercut, and a lot of these pieces are going to have some V-groove undercuts, like this piece right here, which is going to be the center of the abdominal piece. Once you have all your V-groove undercuts made, it should look something like this. And then I'm going to go and apply contact cement to all of them. And once the glue is dry to attack, I'm going to go and close up all the V's. And it should give me this really cool looking bevel. Here's another piece that kind of sits in the middle of the abdominal. I did cut 2 of the outer lines with a V-groove undercut, and then the center I just kind of cut right down the middle. And it should look something like this once it's glued to the fabric. After I got all my pieces glued down, I went and took it to my belt sander and rounded off the edge. This will give it a much cleaner look once everything is put together. Figure I go ahead and apply some heat to heat seal the foam before I go and glue all my pieces down to the fabric. I went and hemmed the edges of the fabric, and I wanted to put on these snap buttons so that way it'll snap to the undergarment instead of using elastic or Velcro. And you're probably wondering, where can I get snap buttons and this magical tool that you speak of, Sean? Well, I'm going to leave some links in the description down below where you can find a bunch of these items that I actually use. I went ahead and pressed 3 buttons on each side, giving me 6 buttons total, which also gave me some really cool chrome accents. I went and applied some contact cement to the fabric and also applied contact cement to the foam. I normally use hot glue for this process, but since this foam is smooth on both sides, it will absorb the contact cement really good and it will hold together really nice and strong. But if you're using EVA foam floor mats that has a texture on one side, then contact cement won't absorb into the foam, so you'll have to use high temp hot glue for this process. Or you can go and sand down the texture side to where it's nice and smooth and it will absorb the contact cement. So far so groovy, and my abdominal piece is starting to look really sick. It's time to apply some contact cement to the upper lip of the fabric. Notice I didn't put the upper center accent on there just yet because I needed to fold the material on the edge of my table so I can connect the chest piece to the abdominal fabric. I find it easier to align one side, and once you have that one side all in place, then work on the other side. And once everything looks nice and straight and even, I'll flip it over and make sure everything is nice and on there, just like that. And now that I'm happy with how it looks, it's time to add on the last piece of the abdominal accent, just like that. And so far I am just about done with the front half of the torso. Time to move along to the back piece. For some reason I decided to use floor mat for this because of the texture thingy. I kind of changed the front pattern and it doesn't match the back, but that's okay because I'm gonna paint that anyways. I'm gonna cut out some more of that sports fabric thing so I can glue this to the side where it connects to the front. Once I'm done cutting it out, I'm gonna hem the edges and then sew on some Velcro on the inside so that way it can attach to the under armor. Now I was going to make the back really edgy like I did the front, but I decided I'm going to go ahead and make it pretty simple because I actually wanted to make some bat wings that's going to attach to the back like a backpack. So we're gonna call it the bat wing backpack or something like that, but we'll figure that out once we get to that point. But as for now, the back piece is going to consist of the spinal area, the back shoulder pieces, and the trap strap area that kind of connects to the front of the chest piece. And here are the fabric pieces that I cut out a little bit earlier. I went and hemmed in the edges, sewed on some Velcro, and now I'm applying some contact cement, which is going to get glued underneath the back piece. And eventually I may go and put some more accents on there just to make it look a little cooler, but right now I just wanted to get everything together until I can figure out what I'm gonna do next. And now I'm pretty much done with the back piece, and I'm going to connect it to the chest piece. Now you can actually make this part right here adjustable and add some Velcro to the inner of the chest piece and maybe the strap area. But since this Batman Beyond is only going to be worn by one individual, there's really no sense in making it adjustable. Now it's time to connect the side pieces. I'm using some elastic. I'm gonna cauterize the end of it so it doesn't fray out, and then I'm gonna take some Velcro and sew it on there. This Velcro is gonna go onto the side, like right below the chest area, and it's gonna connect to the back. This will make it easier to breathe, because breathing is kind of a thing, and everybody's doing it. I cut a little slot in the lower chest piece so that I can slip the elastic piece in there, and I'm gonna hot glue it underneath just like that, and it should stay in place and it shouldn't slip off. Well, that's kind of the idea, right? So I made the loop side of the Velcro face outward, that way it attached to the back piece just like this when you put it on, and it should strap onto the body just like this. And so far this is what the upper body torso area of Batman Beyond is looking like. Look at Bob just creeping around behind the curtains back there. Well, this just about wraps up the body portion of my Batman Beyond. And if you're into this kind of stuff, then make sure you check the links in the description down below, which will take you to the template for this bad boy. And if you're having a hard time finding some of these magical tools, supplies, and whatever for building cosplays, make sure you check out my Amazon influencer shop. I created a little store that has all the stuff that I have and some of the stuff that I wish that I have. You might even actually dig it. Your purchases does help support this channel, so go by there and check it out. Links will be in the description down below. And if you feel like you got something out of this video, make sure you hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already subscribed, and follow me on all my social networks. I'll see you guys in the next video.